In this video I'll show you how to create this bank heist. Timestamps are in the description. Let's start building. First, patrolling guards. You will need an AI patrol node and a guard spawner. Place the patrol node and the guard spawner in the map. On the right side you can change the settings of the devices. You can link the guard spawner to the patrol device by setting them to the same patrol group. If set to the same patrol group, the guard will automatically start patrolling. You have to go inside the game editor to create the patrol path. Right now this cannot be done in the UEFN editor. Walk up to the patrol device and grab your phone. Left click to add a node to the path. Place the new nodes where you want. As you can see, it automatically creates a path for the guards. For now I'll show the path in the game, but you can turn this off. The guards will now start walking the path of the patrol device. In the settings you can change the patrolling mode. The available options are back and forth, looping, and stopping at the end. Second, weapon spawning and giving a keycard. We want to give the player a weapon, and, when the player kills a guard, we want to give a keycard. For this we need the guards we just created, an item spawner with a weapon, and an item grantayer for the keycard. Keep in mind that these two work and behave differently. Start with placing the weapon you want to give to the player. I recommend setting the time before first spawn to 0. I also turn off the visibility of the base in-game. Because it is an item spawner, the player can walk over it to gain the item. We now have a weapon, however we can't shoot the guards yet. To be able to shoot the guards, either set the guard team option to any other than the player's team, which is usually 1. Or set the guard's team option to wildlife and creatures. Next, place an item grantayer, and add the keycard to the item list. Then use the grant item function to determine when the item is granted. Select the guard spawner. When selected, you can choose from many ways to activate the function. For now I select on eliminated. The item grantayer only gives an item when the function is called, so the player cannot walk over it to obtain the weapon. The keycard is now granted when the player kills a guard. Finally, you can disable the item grantayer when an item is granted. In this way the keycard is only given once. Next, we're gonna make the cinematic cutscene. For this we need a cinematic camera actor, a cinematic sequencer device, and a level sequence. In the left top of your screen, select Window, Place Actors. This will open this menu on the left side of the screen. In the menu, go to Cinematics, and place a Cine camera actor in the world. This will be our camera for the cutscene. Create a new level sequence, and open it. Add the camera we just created to this sequence. Create the cinematic using keyframes. If you want a more in-depth tutorial, there is a link in the description to my other video on creating cinematic cutscenes. Place the cinematic sequence device in the map. Then place the sequence inside the device. For now I link the device to a button so the cinematic plays when the button is pressed. Next is the explosion to destroy the wall. For this we only need an explosive device and some walls to destroy. Place an explosive device in the world. On the right you can change many settings like explosion power, blast radius, player damage, structure damage and many more. I link the explosion to a button for now. Also place some walls to destroy. Now we can explode walls. Next, the teleporter. Here we only need the teleporter device. Place the teleporter device in the map and link a button to it. If you want a more in-depth explanation of the teleporter device, there is a link in the description to my Everything You Need to Know video on the teleporter device. Fortnite offers a lot of building prefabs. For this project I used the Art Deco Bank prefab. Next, the text in the HUD. To show the text, we are going to use the HUD message device. You can also show text with Verse, however I think this is overkill for this scenario. Start with placing the HUD message device in the world. The only other thing we have to do is apply settings on the right, and link a button to trigger the message. You can enter your text here. There is also the option to play a sound with the message. Also change the text style to your liking. Add a button to the device. This is an example of the text. And one with a different text style. To create a door lock which opens with the keycard, we need a key lock device. I recommend building this part in the in-game editor, because this device is pretty buggy in the UEFN editor. Just place the lock device on the door you want to lock, and the lock automatically attaches to the door. To open the door when the player gets the keycard, call the open function of the door lock when the on granted function of the item granteur is called. Finally, we want to play a sound when a guard is alerted. For this we need the sound device. Place an audio player and a button in the map. If you want to know how to convert MP3 to usable sound in UEFN, there is a link in the description to my other video on audio players. Turn up the volume up. The guard spawner has an on alerted function. Use this to trigger the sound device. You can do this the same way as how the button is linked. We can now play sounds in our game. More in-depth tutorials are in the description. And that is how you create a bank heist in Creative.